Mr. Heuskel, thank you very much for joining us at the Campus for Finance today. For what business units does the regulation that's increasing at the moment has disadvantages for banks?
I think it's obvious that investment banking is under real observation, and I think a regulation will limit, at least to some extent, what has been executed in the last years. I think, but it's not only regulation, but it's other elements I mentioned in my presentation. Technology will affect other things even more, like retail banking. So I think not much different from other industries. Also, the different sectors of the banking industry will be strongly impacted from the outside, be it regulation or be it technology.
Okay. You're talking about technology and disruptive things that attack the banking industry. Are banks really needed, or is banking enough for the society?
Well, I think banks are needed. Banks that have the trust of their clients and customers, and I think that's maybe the most important challenge to work on, to regain trust on the customer side and not just on the shareholder side. At least I would recommend strongly.
How would you do that to rebuild trust?
Well, I mean, have a constant business model that is first of all in place to serve the client. And if you add a value to the client's business, be it corporate, be it private, be it transactional, I think if the value is delivered, like in any other service or product, you will have repeat business from your clients. And then you can ask higher price and the like. I think that's, a very simple, straightforward strategy.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that increasing regulatory pushes risky business to the shadow banking system that's not that much deregulated?
I think it is a risk, and we have seen that in parts already. And I rather have it in a playing field that can be observed and regulated. So I think if that is, more the case, then I think regulators will turn to that part and take care of it. I hope. Okay.
During your career, the consulting business or the strategy consulting business was constantly growing. Do you think that growth will continue in the future? And if yes, in which industry will it go?
It will continue for some, not for others.
Okay.
and I think we have seen that. I think we have seen over the last 5 years, maybe 5 to 7 years, some shakeout in the consulting industry. I think there are very few globally competitive and value delivering classical consulting organizations. I think, but from the outside, be it accounting firms, be it IT firms, there's new competition, and I think there will be technology competition, because some of our value chain, the whole question of knowledge, the whole question of data, there will be competition from that side. But BCG is in place for more than 50 years. I'm with BCG for 35 years, and we have that challenge. Are we able to grow? Many predictions, now it's over. I can tell you that the year 2014 will be high double-digit growth for BCG globally, which is at least some evidence that it must be a good business model.
Okay. Comparing the consulting business growth, as you say, will continue to grow, and the banking industry that has some overcapacities. Would you recommend still a career in banking, or would you say go clearly?
No, I think you can combine it. We have a financial service practice, and there's a great career, at least for some time, in consulting, in the banking sector of the consulting industry. And I think it's quite natural, not only a one-way street, but I think we will much more exchange between consulting or service industries and industry, normal corporates, forth and back, and I think that's very healthy for both sides.
Okay, and I guess it's also demand from the clients that the consultants that come and have industry
I think we
experience.
have much more. That's clearly a change from when I joined in the early years. Today, the prerequisites to be successful for clients are completely different, and one element is expertise, also deep knowledge of the sector that you are working in, and so that is clearly has been changing over the years.
So Heuskel, thank you very much for being here and spending some time with us.
Pleasure, thank you.